The infamous fist bump between Joe Biden and Saudi Crown Prince and de facto leader Mohammed bin Salman during the U.S. president's visit to Jeddah in July. It's emblematic of the reality that Saudi's human rights record aside, the U.S. needs a strong relationship with the kingdom to maintain stability in the Middle East as Washington focuses on the war in Ukraine and a strategic rivalry with Beijing.
We will not walk away and leave a vacuum to be filled by China, Russia, or Iran. We'll seek to build on this moment with active, principled American leadership.
Biden had planned to do that by pushing for deeper ties between Israel, another key ally, and its Arab neighbors. Signs were initially positive, including the president's historic trip from Tel Aviv to Jeddah, hours after Saudi Arabia opened its airspace to civilian flights to and from Israel. The U.S. is also facilitating plans for an Arab-Israeli integrated regional air defense system to counter the threat from Iran, particularly as talks to stop Tehran's nuclear program collapsed.
Recent developments in Iran following the death of Mahsa Amini in police custody, which have surpassed 2 months right now and still ongoing, have of course shifted the focus basically away from the nuclear deal.
Biden faced more complications, the election of Benjamin Netanyahu as Israeli prime minister of a far-right coalition, including ultra-nationalist parties. They're likely to be even more opposed to diplomacy with Tehran and bring conflict with the Palestinians to new levels.
Any number of things can create tensions and violence on the ground. And this administration is just not keen to have to challenge Israeli policies publicly. But they may have to, because this is going to be a very extreme government.
Meanwhile, U.S.-Saudi relations hit a low point in October when the kingdom pushed OPEC members to slash oil production, ignoring Washington's request to increase output to offset price increases triggered by the war in Ukraine. At that time, the administration said it would review whether the relationship with Saudi Arabia still served U.S. interests. With gas prices stabilizing following Biden's order to release U.S. strategic petroleum reserves, VOA asked the White House if an evaluation was less urgent, particularly in light of growing Saudi-China ties, as seen in the lavish welcome the Saudis gave Chinese leader Xi Jinping during his December visit.
We will judge the way forward based on their actions, as well as our ongoing consultations with partners and allies, and also the new Congress that is going to be before us very soon, and the Saudis as well.
One bright spot in Biden's year in the Middle East, the deal he brokered between Israel and Lebanon to end their maritime boundary dispute, enabling cash-strapped Beirut to explore offshore gas reserves. Patsy, Widakuswara, VOA News at the White House.